It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Chris Godwin. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions and the Bears, just ahead on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Ford Field. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
First play, Watson to the air. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And right away he lost the football. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Williams to return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
On play action, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
From the 41, Brady. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Now Brady again. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Brady. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Brady. It's Myers again with another catch. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jacoby Myers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Watson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Brady now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the 24, Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We get started in 2023 down in Georgia. Arizona paying the New Year's Day visit to Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. That's caught by Myers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season.
will step aside. 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Henry. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. A first down carry for Henry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 18-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Brady. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Hunter Henry from 8 yards out.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Full connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st down, Brady.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical in the second half.
Have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Henry.
He'll get this to about the 38.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Brady now on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. On the counter, it's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Boswell's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Watson to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's fourth down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Gets this to Moore. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Lions, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.